Hey there, YouTubers. BlackXANA here again, and this time we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. Now, let's move the figure to the side, and we'll get to that later. First and foremost, let's have a look at the packaging. A nice clear box, as we can see up front. It's got the says that it's Bumblebee. Down at the bottom, cardboard back, decent scenery, may look like a planet or an eye, depending on your perspective. Turn the box to the side, well, you got nothing. Turn it together. You see a stats right there. You get a nice good look. And of course, right on the very back, I don't know if you can see this very well. I'll do the best I can. So, I'm very sorry if I'm going Japanese here. This is the profile view of Bumblebee's history. Figure what I can do. And that's about it. So, get out of here! Alright, onto Bumblebee himself. Forgive me if I'm tongue twisting. I never edit my videos, alright? I never edit them. Camera down just a bit. Bumblebee, as we can see, is he is a yellow Camaro. Roughly, I would say about 2010. Well, this Camaro is from the third movie. As we can see on top, just like on Barricade, he has a mech-tech weapon. Machine gun bazooka. Machine gun bazooka. Nice little feature. And like this mech-tech weapon, it is the same with the other one. You cannot clip it into the other position. This is spring-loaded. So can't do anything about that. Since that's been reviewed, let's remove and set to the side. Bumblebee here in his vehicle form, wheels do roll, very nice. Really nice details on the roof. You got these black racing stripes going from the front to the back, and of course this tail fin. I think that's something meant for racing. That is very nice, really. Autobot logo on both sides. Vehicle form, of course. What's this here? Something engraved. Camaro 55. That's what it says above it. Ooh. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but that's what it says. And of course, the brand, or at least the makers, is a Chevy. And you know, we've seen the Chevy Camaros going out on the streets, and the minute you see one, are you thinking like, is that from the movie Bumblebee? Huh. Well, who cares? So, let's get into transformation. First, we're going to remove, or at least lift up the roof. If my fingernails can ever get down that far, I've got to stop clipping them. There. Raise the roof. Open the doors. Like so. Right out of the sides. You want to flip out these window pieces that are hiding just from inside the door. Once you got that taken care of, that's no sweat, that's the easy part. One side is a little bit loose than the other. I apologize for that. Split the roof side open, or at least in half, and then fold it all together. We'll take care of that later. Come down to the side right here and move it like so. It is on a double hinge, so no problem there. Same thing on the other side. And as we can see, we are getting to Bumblebee's legs, so let's straighten that out. So, and since we are dealing with the rear section that are the legs, let's go ahead and take care of that. At the same time, got to move the rear bumper slash trunk and the feet at the same time. It is not that easy while doing this. Get that straightened. Probably stand them up. And as we can see is the upper half of Bumblebee. But that is not transformed, so let's get to it. Move the wheels from the sides of Bumblebee, his front wheels to be precise. You can just keep this up stand right. There we go. I'm going to move Bumblebee. Well, it's going to have to be done by hand anyway. Two halves of the front bumper are on double hinges, so let's pull those out gently. Leave it up like that for now. There's a part here we're going to flip up like so. Just like that. Bring the arms down and then split to the sides. All the way like that. Bring the upper half of Bumblebee all the way down. That's going to become the chest area. And you should hear a nice little click as this goes in. Yep, there we go. Oh, nope, didn't go in. There we go. Bring the arms down. And just like barricade, fold out the hands. Now the chest plate is a little bit flimsy, so it will move around. So can't do a thing about that. As you can see, there's the head. Now, as far as the backpack, put it like so at the doors, just so it's snug. Shouldn't have any problems with moving it. And lastly, split open the legs from the rear bumper. And there we have a nice standing Bumblebee. I wish I could compare this with the one I gave my sister. But, unfortunately, no way I can do that. So, anywho, I kind of like this figure, the way it stands. Well, not just the way he stands, but how it looks. I mean, you got all these car parts just in a way that defines transforming, really. Heck, you know, if a kindergarten could transform this guy, then why not? For a moment. Oh, I'm very sorry that I'm getting frogs in my throat. I don't know how that's happening, but that is happening. It shouldn't happen, but it just is. Okay, articulation for Bumblebee. Let's start off from the bottom, going up this time. Uh, Feet are somewhat double hinged, so let's try to keep it at one hinge and not the other. Knees can go about a 90-degree angle, so they do bend quite nicely. Upper half at the hip is on a ball joint, can go about a 180, and of course in and out without a problem. Arms, no movement in the hands except for folding in and out, which is basically transformation. Elbows are at a swivel and of course do bend in the 90-degree angle. And the shoulders are pretty much at a ball joint. They can do a 360 in and out, no problems there. And head is also on a ball joint. One that I almost forgot is it does have waist movements, so you can get some really nice poses out of it. Swivel joints, waist, you get the picture. Very nice figure. Now, Bumblebee has about a total of, well, this Bumblebee has a total of 3 mech tech ports. 1 in vehicle form, 2 in robot. And I'll show you just where. You already saw the one in vehicle form. He has a mech tech port, as you can see right over there on his arm. You can take his gun, and since you don't want to hold it in the hand, it'll fall out anyway. However, I find this method very useful. So, oh yeah, very useful. And there is Bumblebee. Nice little figure. Now, as far as I can understand of bio-wise, Bumblebee, when he again, I apologize for the clearing of the throat. That is not supposed to happen. Really, it isn't. And I'm not one for editing videos, so down points on this one. I'm truly sorry. Anywho, as I was saying, in the first movie when it came out, we find out that Bumblebee is in also a Chevy Camaro. However, it corresponds to a late 1980s version. And that's pretty old if you ask me. Later on, it becomes the car of Sam Witwicky, as we all know. Well, the Bumblebee is his guardian, etc., etc. You get it all. You get to know all these basic things as the story goes on. So. However, in Dark of the Moon, Bumblebee works for Nest, and we all pretty much know what that is. So it doesn't get to see Sam much in DC. And that's pretty much about it. Well, he does get to see Sam, but that doesn't happen until the secret base over at the Department of Health or whatever. However you want to call it. So I really don't have much details. Anyway, Decepticons try to throw the Autobots off Earth without giving them any choice. They're forced to do so. They go into the ship. It sends them off into space for exile. Sneak attack by Starscream. The shuttle is destroyed. However, very sneakily, they don't get destroyed at all. They ride inside one of the booster compartments. It almost makes me want to watch it again, but I have to get the DVD first. I really hate doing rentals. I'd rather own stuff and then make the video to show you guys, share it all out to the internet. Well, anyway, that's it for Bumblebee. And this is BlackXANA saying, Tower deactivated.